guys, welcome to another episode of On His Majesty's Brick Service. Now today we're back with another episode from my James Bond mock series, and I have to say this was a really challenging week in the mock building series. I've had a few ideas, or I've got quite a few ideas for different mocks, and it's been about working out what pieces I have and whether I've got enough to do a particular mock, and if not, then I move on to different. And it's just been quite entertaining to sort through my pieces and see what I've got. Now last week I obviously tackled Casino Royale, and I have to say I'm really pleased to have got that one ticked off, and I am quite pleased with how it came out. Now thinking back to some of the earlier episodes, I managed to build, first of all, The World Is Not Enough, then I tackled Live and Let Die, and finally I tackled Spectre. So the film I'm tackling today is the final film in the Pierce Brosnan era, and that is Die Another Day. So this film starred Halle Berry as the Bond girl, and ultimately was probably not the greatest Bond film ever, and arguably probably Pierce Brosnan's weakest performance. Not necessarily himself, but just the film itself was probably his weakest film. Now in terms of a scene from this film, there are a few films that could have been quite cool to do. Certainly the scene where he's riding the hovercraft through the landmines of North Korea, that would have been pretty cool. I also considered doing the chase on the ice by the ice sort of castle fortress thing, where we see the Aston Martin with its cloaking technology being chased by a Jaguar. I believe it's an XK, and hopefully if my dad's watching, he won't tell me that I'm wrong in that instance. However, today I've decided that the scene I'm going to create or build into this mock is the scene where James Bond meets with Gustav Grave in some fancy posh fencing club, and they have a little bit of an encounter, and it gets quite heated when Bond provokes Gustav Graves by presenting him one of his diamonds, and of course Gustav Graves knows exactly what that means for his operation. So without further ado, let's jump down to the workbench and let's create this scene in Lego. Alright guys, so here we have the scene from Die Another Day, and I'm really pleased with how it's come out. I have to say I had sort of a vision of what I was going for, and this has turned out pretty much spot on. So let's just go through this. So in the middle we've got these two minifigures that are fencing. I managed to pick up two of them through Bricklink, and when I actually stumbled across them and just looked at them and thought, yes, that would be perfect for this film. And as I mentioned in the intro, I had considered doing a very different scene with the chase scene on the ice between the Aston Martin and the Jaguar. But actually, I think this just is really nice. It'll be interesting to see how many people pick up that this is from Die Another Day, but we'll wait and see. Now I've managed to do some tiling on the floor, which I'm quite pleased with. Possibly that one of the blue lines needs to move forward. I think this one on the right needs to move forward one tile, so I may well do some changing with that. But otherwise, I'm really pleased with how this looks. Clearly they're on a fencing mat. doing some fencing. I also like the way that these end pieces came out. Now I was looking to do basically like some sort of cabinet display piece where in the film we see these suits of armor, and I just thought I would dive back into some of my knights from sort of the late 90s. So I've got this one down this end who's got some armor and a helmet, and he's got his Lion shield, and then at the other end the guy, if you can see that, is just wearing some plated mail, and he's actually got I forget the clan that he was part of, but he's got this bat on his shield, and quite like that. And really, from either side that you look at it, I think it looks really, really nice. And you can even look at it from end on, and I think it looks really cool. So although very simple in design, I think it captures the scene really well. I could have put a back wall on it and hung some different rifles or muskets or various pole axes and stuff like that I've got from my collection on that wall, but I decided to not do a wall. It generally just takes up more pieces than I'm sort of prepared to give up to this MOC. Ultimately, I need all the plates I can get for all the different MOCs that I'm doing. But I'm really, really pleased with how this has come out. Hope you firstly recognise the scene, and hopefully have enjoyed watching me create this. If you have, do consider hitting that like button, or hit it anyway. And if you haven't subscribed yet, which I know a lot of my viewers haven't, do please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it does make a big difference to the channel, and as I grow this channel, hopefully the numbers will increase as well. But as always, guys, until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.